and welcome to another edition of History Science Fiber. Today we're going to be dyeing with a plant called Galium aparine, also known as Cleavers or common bedstraw. Now this is a very underrated dyer, but I think it's worth taking a closer look. So what makes Galium aparine worth dyeing with is that it's in the Rubitaceae family with some very famous company, including the madder plant, which you use those roots to get those rich oranges to reds. But with Galium aparine, you get the other end of the spectrum, peaches into coral pinks into the true reds. So that way, it's an amazing way to get color. It just takes a little bit of time with the roots. The good news about this plant is that it's very easy to find in the Pacific Northwest. It's common in a lot of gardens where it's treated like a weed. You find it in disturbed areas, along roadsides, ditches. It tends to grow in big patches. It's easy to find. It has a very distinctive look. It's taprooted and it's an annual that comes up. It's a herb, and along that stem, the leaves grow in distinct whorls. The other thing about it that you should know is it has bristles, angled bristles underneath that make it sticky. And that's why it's also called Cleavers, is the old name, very old Dutch name. To cleave means to cling, so it would cling to your clothes. So now's the downside. You want to dye with the roots, and the roots are quite fine and they break easily. So if you're going to harvest it, here's how you do it. You want your day to be dry. That makes the soil more crumbly and easier to get the roots out. And the second thing is, if you're going to harvest, you want it to be in sandy soil or very loose soil, which makes it easier to get the roots out. Now, the good news is that the plant does grow in sandy or loose soil. It seems to have a preference for it. So in that way, it kind of helps you. When you start harvesting the roots, you want to dry them. And once I've dried them, I start chopping them up really, really finely. I want to be able to draw out as much dye potential as I can. And then when I am dyeing with them, I use a ratio of 2 to 1. So I need twice the weight of roots per weight of fiber. So it does take a while. And I don't usually dye big skeins or big hanks of wool, but they're great for accenting pieces. Like and subscribe as I have more videos coming up.